Hey everyone, it's Celeste and welcome to my booktube channel. Today I want to film my fourth edition of Weekend Bookish Ramblings, where I talk about some books that I've collected over the recent times. And also I want to share a story about how I got kicked out of a book club because Larry asked for that. So I'm going to deliver that today. So some books that I picked up, I went to Second and Charles the other day after having dinner, and I picked up A Spool of Blue Thread by Ann Tyler. And I picked it up because it was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize. So that was, I don't really know much about it. I think it has to do with family and family dynamics. But I got it for $3.75, so I can't pass up a deal. Also, and I forgot to put these other books because I did a book outlet haul, but I forgot to list these in my last book haul. But I went to a library festival and they had a book sale. And in the book sale, they were selling, donated books. And I was there on the last day, so I missed out on some pretty awesome books. But I found a few that I wanted. When I got to the checkout line, the lady said, "Oh, you can just have those." And so I'm kind of excited because they're all free. So these four books that I'm showing you today, I paid $3.75 for one and nothing for the others. So the first one I wanted to show is Cutting for Stone by Abraham Verghese. And I bought this one because I read My Own Country by him, which had to do with like the AIDS epidemic, and he's a doctor, and he was in, I think, rural Virginia or Kentucky or somewhere out in the Appalachian area. And this is a fiction piece that he's written, like a novel, but I enjoyed his writing, so I picked this up, and I got it for free, so that's exciting and good. The next one that I got, and I'm a little less happy, but like excited, not happy, but excited about it because I looked it up, and I had read his book, The Imperfectionist, and I didn't like it as much as I thought I did, looking back on it. But it's The Rise and Fall of Great Powers by Tom Rockman. And I don't know much about this, but it's a nice hardback book for free. So I couldn't pass that up. And then the last book that I got at that library sale was Space Chronicles, Facing the Ultimate Frontier by Neil deGrasse Tyson. And I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. Anytime he has an interview or anytime that he like has a, I've listened to, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, one of my cats is in here, just tickling my leg. So anyway, so I got it for free. So I know it's about space, but I don't know much else, but Neil deGrasse Tyson wrote it, so I'm in. Okay, so let me get to the story time. So in the fall of 2016, at the time, my brother's girlfriend started a book club, and she invited me into it because she knew that I'm an English teacher and that I read a lot of books, and so she thought, oh, I'll invite Celeste. So she invited me in. I read I think I was there for October and November, and then December we kind of took off a little bit. Well, in the month of December, 2 days before Christmas, she broke up with my brother, like quite suddenly. She met somebody else, which is fine, it's great, it's whatever. But we had already decided what book to read in January. So I bought the January book, which was Every Anxious Wave, which I unhauled. And that's where I mentioned this book club situation. So when we get to January and it's time, getting close to the weekend that we would have our book club meeting, I went on Facebook to check the group, and I was no longer a part of the Facebook group. So when she broke up with my brother, she also broke up with me. So I was just extricated from the book club group. The thing that makes it really kind of awkward is that I am friends with people who are in the book club group. So sometimes just on the regular Facebook feed, they'll post themselves reading their book choice, and I kind of remember the whole story about how I was just removed. They ghosted me out. Like, they just took me out of the book club group, which is fine because I wasn't really enjoying all the selections they were picking anyway. There were a lot of rules. So, like, I don't think the rules are the same now, but I'm not in the group, so I can't tell you anything about it. But I can tell you that at the time, we weren't allowed to pick books that were longer than 300 pages. We couldn't go back any more than like I don't know, like 5 years as far as the publication date. And there were certain things like nonfiction that we weren't allowed to pick. So it was really, I don't know, restrictive. And so I wasn't really enjoying the book club group anyway. And I'm in part of another book club group, an all-female book club group, the one that I'm actually in, and I'm one of the founding members because the girl who initially started it, I was one of the first people, one of the first group of people, I wasn't the first person, but one of the first group of people that she invited into the book club group. And so I've stayed in that group for years now, and that's the group that I'm reading, The Leavers by Lisa Coe. Here, I'll show it. This is the book that we're reading for the month of June. Oh, I'm not holding it very well. Here we go. And so I'm much happier in this book club group. So don't feel bad for me getting kicked out of the other group. And my brother's doing fine too. He's moved off to San Antonio, so good for him. Everybody's doing fine. But I just think it's funny that I was removed from a book club group. So it wasn't anything crazy, but it's kind of a funny thing because how many people get kind of kicked out of a book club group? And the reasoning for it is like, okay, it's whatever. I'm not mad. I don't really care anyway. So that's what I wanted to talk about today in my weekend bookish ramblings. And you're thinking probably, oh, number 4, well, where's 1, 2, and 3? I've started and stopped on my channel several times. If you go back through the videos that I've posted, you can find the other ones. I think number 3 was a year ago. And I filmed it in my classroom, but my classroom wasn't set up. So maybe in August when I reset up my classroom, I will post another video in there and you can see my English classroom and some of the books that I have there. But mostly I do all my booktubing, my bookish things here at the house. So anyway, so have you ever been kicked out of a book club group or had any kind of, I don't know, like interesting things? I'd like to hear about it, so please leave comments down below. If you like this video, please like it on the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. I'm trying my best to like post more regularly. I'm also working on filming better. I've got my other camera like charging, but I need like the computer situation to get better. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's early and I haven't finished my coffee yet. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.